guys. Got a question for you. Do you believe in ghosts and the paranormal? I've experienced a lot of stuff in my whole life, which isn't a whole lot of a life, but it's a life, or part of a life, or it tries to be a life. Anyway, I'm gonna try to have Fridays be Freaky Friday on my channel, and I'll tell you a ghost story, a real ghost story, something my personal experience and my family's personal experience. And I'm gonna try to start from the beginning, because it all kind of melds in together sometimes, the different ages and everything. But to start off with, my dad has always been either a musician, a mortician, or a cop. So when I was a kid, I played a lot in funeral homes, playing in caskets, running around. And at a young age, I was never allowed in the back embalming room, of course. But I'd always come home after being in an empty funeral home with just my mom and dad, you know, and talk about people that I had talked to, played with while I was there. And nobody ever really thought anything about it, me being a kid and all. So I guess it came down, finally I was about 4 years old, maybe, and I came home and I started telling my dad about this little girl that I had played with all evening in the funeral home. And like I said, of course, the place was closed, nobody else was around. So he finally asked me, he said, well, you know, tell me about this little girl. I said, oh, well, she was in this pretty blue dress. She looked like she was going to a ball. You know, all I could think of was princesses. And I said she had long brown hair and bright blue eyes. And that's the thing that I always remember, was the dark hair and the blue eyes. And she was so pretty. And she seemed to be a couple years older than me. But we played hide and seek, and we played tag, and we told stories to each other. And I don't remember any specifics or anything like that, you know, but we played. Well, after that, my dad never let me go back to the funeral home anymore. And years later, I asked him why, and he said the night when I told him about the little girl in the blue dress with the dark hair and the blue eyes, that night he had been embalming and dressing that little girl in the back room. And so it freaked him out. Years later, it freaked me out, you know, and I finally understood why I wasn't allowed to go back in there. But apparently, all the people that I had seen and had talked to and conversated with, every time I was in a funeral home, they were gone. They had passed. So, that's my Freaky Friday story for today. Hope y'all enjoy it. We've got 52 more to go, and I'm sure I've got plenty more stories than that. So, that's it for today, guys. Like, share, sub, comment. Don't. Like I said, it's all good. Doing this for me. Hope y'all enjoy. Later, guys.